Hello everyone, welcome back to Cynical Reacts. I'm your dude, Cynical. Today, we're going to be taking a look at a clip of a guy talking about how if you try to steal his groceries, it'll be the last thing you ever do. This is a post from r/IAmVeryBadAss. We're going to take a look at several posts from that subreddit today.
So you're going to steal my basket full of groceries after I leave the store? Yeah, I don't think so there, Hen.
I don't think so, big guy.
I've seen a lot of videos talking about how people's EBT is getting cut off, and so they're going to be stealing groceries straight out of the store. But I've also seen a lot of videos talking about how people are going to grab baskets whenever they come out of the store. That way they're not stealing from the store, they're stealing from an individual. Well, you grab my shopping cart full of groceries that I bought and paid for with my money.
Uh-oh.
You're going to hear two sounds. There's going to be three sounds.
Older people love to talk about how many sounds you're gonna hear if you mess with them. It's a classic. And I'm not saying I agree with people stealing groceries, and I'm not making fun of this guy for wanting to defend himself. This is just an r/IAmVeryBadAss post. Older people always like to tell you how many sounds you're gonna hear. They're like, you're just gonna hear two sounds. The sound of me hitting you, and the sound of you hitting the ground, buddy. Like, uh-oh, we've got ourselves a badass here.
Maybe. There's certainly going to be two sounds. The first sound you're going to hear is me saying, now, Han, that's a bad idea there. Better walk the on. If you don't walk the on, that would be the next sound you hear.
Was that the sound of you adjusting your walker? I'm sorry. We all know what that was. I don't want to piss this guy off. I was just screwing around. I was just playing.
And the third sound? Son, I'll hear it. You won't. No.
The third sound, you'll hear it, but I won't. Is that the sound of my brains blowing out the side of my... All right, I'm guessing he's talking about the pew-pew shot, or whatever.
I'll hear it, and you won't.
Well, you said there's two sounds at one point, and then you said there would be a third sound. You revised this to include an extra sound. The first time, it didn't make sense if there's just two sounds. The sound of me telling you, hey, quit trying to steal my groceries, and then the sound of you clickety-clacking, you know, a pew-pew or whatever you want to say. The third sound, though, you didn't initially include that, so you were going to let me go at first.
Now, people are going to come back on this video and say, oh, you'd end somebody over a basket full of groceries? Yeah, I would.
Oh, we got ourselves a badass here. By the way, like I said, I'm not saying that I agree or disagree with what he's saying. He's just being a total badass. That's why we're including this.
You damn right. Because that person that's deciding to steal from me, they've already decided that that's what their life is worth. Well, they made that decision. They made that choice. You don't steal from me.
Okay, well, I wasn't planning on it.
Around and find out.
All right, man, take it easy. All right, so there we saw our first post from r/IAmVeryBadAss. You ain't stealing his bag of groceries from the store. You're gonna hear two sounds. Or is that three? Actually, you might hear five sounds because then I might get into my truck and drive off. Hold on. You might hear 7 or 8 sounds. The sound of you saying, hey, don't take my groceries. Then the sound of the clickety-clack. And then the sound of the pew-pew, and then the sound of me saying, oh, crap, I can't believe I did that shit. What am I doing? And then getting in my truck and heading on down the road. You might hear a plethora of sounds. You might hear a plethora of sounds if you try to steal my groceries. All right, man, take it easy. You really are /IAmVeryBadAss. You see what I did right there? You like that? Do. Shh, that's right. This hand is fat. Next. This post from a public Snapchat story in Central PA. If you from NYC, you stay away from Pennsylvania. You elected that thing, now you live in it. I will discriminate against all NYC people, and I will make your life as miserable as I can. I cannot emphasize enough how little I view you as a human. You aren't. NYC residents are animals. You will be treated like such. Okay, I lived in PA, and I don't know if you should be getting that uppity with people from other places, because in my opinion, PA sucked, so I'm sorry. Okay, as somebody that formerly lived in Pennsylvania, pretty recently and left. I don't know where this elitism is coming from. I'm sorry, but I hated PA. Of course, I lived in the part that was perpetually cloudy, so... Oh boy, here we go. I'm at the gym, waiting for the cable row machine, and this motherfucker with no meat on his bones is sitting there doing 50 sets. It's taking all my willpower to not kick him in the head. Why can't he do a lot of sets? Don't you hate when that happens? I'm waiting and I charge by the hour, Ha ha. I don't hate when I see somebody sitting at a machine doing their sets. I know that sometimes people do a lot of sets. It doesn't make me mad. Some people aren't lifting heavy, they're going for hypertrophy or various other goals that they have. I like how this was all over the cable row machine, you know? You would expect this level of passion to be about a bench or something, but no.
As I go from the parking lot into the store, I'm transitioning into a new space. So in the parking lot, I've already cleared that it's safe. As I go into a new space, I have to do the same thing. I'm gonna go.
Okay, so we're pretending like we are some sort of special forces operative when we go to the grocery store. Okay, we need to assess the situation, make sure the papayas are safe, make sure none of the oranges pose a threat.
Go in there, take a few seconds, observe the environment, see if it's changed, see if something I need to pay attention to.
Okay, and
So as I go into the store, I notice there's a fire alarm over there. I look and see if there's anything out of place, anything I should be paying attention to.
you look and notice there's a fire alarm over there. Okay, that's very tactical, I guess. I don't know why we're doing that. If there were an armed robbery or something going on in here, I would run right to that fire alarm. Maybe.
Okay, people over here having coffee, everything seems normal.
Yeah, they're looking at you like you're insane. They're like, why is this dude assessing the situation like he just entered a battlefield? We can see Mrs. Johnson over there picking out ingredients to make a pumpkin pie. Maybe we could put all the tactical gear away and calm the hell down a little bit.
Take a few more seconds, and I go about my day into the store and go shopping.
Okay, thank you for demonstrating that to us. I don't know why you did. Is this like a special forces situation or something? All right, and there's how to stay tactically prepared when you go grocery shopping. For some reason, he goes in the store, he starts assessing the situation. He's like, the fire alarm is over there. There's Mrs. Johnson getting the ingredients for a pumpkin pie. That papaya looks like it's going bad. All right, I think this is fine. All right, you guys are okay? Everything seems fine. Okay, I'm just gonna leave. I just came in here to make sure this grocery store situation was just fine. You're good? You? Okay. He comes in like once a week doing that. I don't know what the hell's going on. He never buys anything. Never buys a goddamn thing. Should we bar him from the store or... Nah, it seems to make him happy. He's not really hurting anybody. He's freaking a couple people out, but that's about it. Okay, so that was... Oh, we got another gym badass. I generally don't condone violence, but the next person at the gym who does 10 sets on a machine and sits on their phone for 3-minute rest periods between sets is getting knocked the fuck out. We got another person getting angry when others rest. Bail money is ready. Oh, God help us. Update. Fortunately, violence was not needed. Simple intimidation tactics worked. You mean they left when they were done with their sets? You mean-mugged them from the side for 10 minutes, and you think that's why they actually left, but they were really just done with their sets. Okay. Update. Listening to old-school country music while working out always gets me feeling aggressive. Oh my God, that's so hilarious. You're listening to like Hank Williams or Willie Nelson or some crap, and then you're trying to get all tough with people. He's listening to Take This Job and Shove It. I ain't working here no more. And he's like, yeah, that's right. He's getting all amped up from stupid shit. You see homie doing all these crazy sets. You think he's listening to like Marilyn Manson or something. You pull the headphone back. It's all out. Take this job and shove it. Like, this is what's getting you all amped up? What the hell? Okay. Listening to old school country music while working out always gets me feeling aggressive. Anyway, I'm not unhappy about it because I turned it into a Robin Hood situation. After I made the guy get up, I gave the machine to someone else who was also waiting. Their thank you made it worthwhile. Okay, well, it seems like you didn't make the guy get up because you said violence was not needed. Simple intimidation tactics worked, which means that you stood there and patiently waited for your turn. That's what that means. You intimidated him by standing there and waiting quietly. That's what you did, obviously. Alexander, 49, also looking for a long-term relationship. Don't play with my time. If you're not real, off. Keep your fake talk, friend zone nonsense, and I don't know what I want bullshit. Don't hit like, match, or watch if you ain't got the guts to talk. Alright, I like how you're coming at me very aggressively. On a serious note, you sound very overbearing and clingy. Don't talk to me if you don't know what you want. So you're like coming on crazy strong right out the gate. Stay ghost. If you can't act grown or can't stomach what I post, stay the hell off my page. I don't deal with childish, weak-ass women. I don't think you deal with women at all, homie. That was just a joke saying he doesn't get them, not saying that he's something else. If you're not mature enough, don't waste my time with nonsense. Looking for a long-term relationship. I like how you come at me all aggressively and then you're like, by the way, I am looking for a long-term relationship. If any of you were interested, I was a little aggressive back there. Sorry about that. I actually would like to be with you for a long time. Sorry about all that other shit I said. Oh boy, here we go. All right, this is showing a picture of like brass knuckles or a knuckle duster or whatever that. I don't know what the hell a knuckle duster is, but this is underneath a picture of that. This guy says, I have one almost exactly like this in my back pocket right now that I bought from a Hot Topic at a mall many moons ago, labeled as a belt buckle. First thing I did was snap that off with pliers, and it has been my trusty companion ever since. LOL, how many times have you ever needed it? There have been several occasions where I thought I might need it, but haven't ever used it. I try to de-escalate stuff. Anytime there's somebody pretending to be a badass, they also pretend to be the type of person that's all patient and tries to de-escalate stuff. I didn't want to have to beat the crap out of all these plebs, but they made me. I tried to de-escalate it. I tried to be the bigger man here, you know what I'm saying? They made my inner badass come out. How could you have done this? If you haven't been in multiple situations where violence is a very real possibility, you aren't living life to the fullest. Okay, you have, I guess. Okay. Closest, besides fist fights with friends, was having to draw a pistol on someone. Didn't point it at him, just pulled it out. And that was enough to change their mind. And everyone got to go home without injury. Well, except for the guy I tackled that was trying to rob the store. What? This story just keeps evolving. He got the pleasure of being arrested and a split eyebrow, but his buddy decided better and took off. Okay, so you tackled a guy that was trying to rob the store, and the other one ran away. And then everybody clapped, of course. I love when people tell these ridiculous, unbelievable stories as if I'm going to believe them. I've encountered people like this in real life, a staggering amount of people. This is actually where a lot of my cynicism comes from, dealing with people like this. Like, so many people just making up obvious nonsense that is easily verifiable to be false or is just so obviously ridiculous that it is not real. Millennials and Gen Z, can I get a oat milk triple shot vanilla no foam latte? Gen X, black coffee. Always. We don't have time for your coffee orders. We need coffee that wakes us up, not a dessert. If it doesn't taste like it could clean an engine, it's not coffee. So yeah, enjoy your frappuccinos. We'll be over here sipping on survival. And then there's that picture of the guy drinking his coffee. Does he have the same coffee cup as me? Oh, I didn't realize we were supposed to be acting like total badasses while sipping this particular coffee. I like my coffee black because I'm a total badass. Or I just don't want sugar and a bunch of stupid crap like that in there. I like the flavor of the coffee itself. Oh wait, no, I mean I'm a badass. That's why I like to drink it like this. When you need to try to act like you're tough by the way that you drink your coffee, maybe you're not that tough. You know what I mean? Maybe we should stop. Maybe we should just stop going on a quest to try to look tough if we have to do it via coffee. I resonate very heavily with that one. Except I don't drink my coffee black for all of those weird, cringy reasons. I just like my coffee black because I like the taste of coffee, and I'm trying to be healthier. If it doesn't taste like it could clean an engine, it's not coffee. So you don't like the taste of black coffee, but you're drinking it that way to be tough or cool or edgy or something? That's weird. I actually like the coffee black. So I'm doing something that I like, which I would say is more manly, right? You're like doing things that you don't even like just to look a certain way. That's not tough. You're putting on airs, my guy. Oh boy, here we go. No, I'm not a violent person, but when you come up to me at the Flying J truck stop in Thousand Palms and tell me I cut in front of you, and then you charge me and push me, I'm gonna defend myself. Those are teeth marks on my fingers. Oh, I felt young again for that minute, but it's all over now, and everything is being resolved. Okay, so you were changing a tire and accidentally banged yourself in the knuckles with the tire iron, is what I'm getting from this. Those are teeth marks in your knuckles because you punched a guy in the mouth, okay? I don't know why you would punch somebody with that part of your knuckle. That's a good way to break your hand. I punched a guy in the mouth with this part of my knuckles. Just in case anybody knows, if you punch something with this part of your knuckles, it's gonna bend your fingers back all hard like that and make the top of your hand swell up all crazy. When you punch, you hit with this top row of knuckles right here, skoosh, and you have to make that sound, skoosh, 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 and your other hand has to do some weird crap over here, skoosh, skoosh. You either have it or you don't. When it's time to stand up or shut up, will you stand and fight for what you love, or will you cower like a mole in the ground? I don't know. You look like you work for the underwriting department at the mortgage company. You need to calm down, bro. Go back to your desk. I'm gonna cower like a mole in the ground. That's a very strange thing to say. So in your mind, moles don't just live in the ground, they're cowering in the ground because they're cowards. Stupid moles. They're known for being cowards. I'm sorry, I always gotta point out the weird little shit, huh? Uh-oh, we got ourselves a badass. It says, I'm a vet. Need I say more? And then he goes on to say a lot more. Then several other stickers say, think twice, cause I won't. And then there are all these skulls and stuff. I am the least intimidated by you out of everybody. People that put on these crazy displays like, oh, I'm so tough, you better watch out, boy. Like, I am the least intimidated by that person. You're putting on a weird little tough guy display. You really want me to be afraid, so I'm not. Is this the guy that's all up your ass on the freeway? Although the truck isn't raised enough. I love how it says, I'm a vet. Need I say more? And then it goes on to say a hell of a lot more. There are several more stickers like, I'll kick your ass. Don't you know what I've been through? Like, dude, calm down. Can you just go the speed limit? That's why I'm following you closely on the freeway, because you're going 5 under the speed limit. Could you please move over to the right lane? Bruh, just 2 months of consistent strength training, and I've put on 6 damn pounds. Can you believe that? But hey, 20 more pounds I need till I get my next photo. You got me? Got a psychopath energy. I'm high on testosterone. Locked the in for that boy physic. Okay. What does that mean? I'm guessing they meant physique, but also, what does that mean? What's a boy physique? Can we stop allowing this person to have tren or test or whatever the hell they're taking? Dad, he hit me. What do I do? God, forgive me for what I must do. This has copyrighted music playing in the background. In your head, in your head. I think it was playing that. Okay, so he's raging. Imagine him setting up this shot. Hold on. Okay, did somebody actually hit your daughter? I'm assuming this is about that. Or are you just making up like weird little mystery scenarios? What if this happened? So we go in our car and set up our phone and record ourselves going like this. And pretending to like be angry, rocking back and forth, talking to somebody on the phone because somebody hit our daughter or something. Is that what I'm getting? I don't understand what's happening. What kind of weird ass LARPing is this? I saw him look over at the camera. Hold on. Right there, see? He's like, oh, yep, it's still getting me from the correct angle. Me and my iPhone. Looking good. Okay, hold on, let's go back right about here. Let's catch him looking over at the camera to make sure the shot is good. Nope, the shot's good. You had to make sure it was good before you really started going, or whatever. Now we're gonna go punch a gravestone or something. Or wait, what's happening? And then he was standing next to a gravestone or something because he went all the way. You made him go all the way. Why did you push him this far? Dude, don't you see what you've done? He didn't want to have to unleash that on you, but you made him. I would have loved to see this guy recording that part in the car. Like, I'm driving down the road. I look over. What the fuck? I see this guy, like, going... And we're gonna wrap up the video right there. As we saw from several posts, many people are total badasses. Don't hit that guy's daughter, or whatever the hell that was even about. I'm guessing that didn't happen. That was some weird hypothetical. I'll bet you that dude doesn't even have a daughter. That would make that 10 times weirder. What? He beat you up again. I'll be right there. Bob, you don't have a daughter. Who the fuck? Who are you talking to? I can't believe he's done this again. Jesus Christ, is there even anybody else on the line, Bob? Oh my God. So what are you gonna do if I try to take your groceries in the grocery store? Leave a comment below. Please be sure to subscribe to this channel for more content like this in the future. All right, bye.